across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
What a ball for Ricky Peach.
Across the galaxy. Keep on nagging, guys. Your six-time MLS Cup champion, LA Galaxy.
All right.
Dude, Monday night at 8 p.m. Galaxy podcast. That's a lot of pressure, guys.
I know. We're in a premiere time slot. I guess we got to do pretty good or pretty well, whatever the terminology is.
Or just bomb entirely. All feelings, no facts.
Let's go,
Welcome to
baby.
News Across the Galaxy. We talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie. As always, I got... Hey, thank you. We got Edgar here to my left. Right? I don't know how you folks. There, that side. What's up, Edgar?
What's going on, Eddie? How you been?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. Despite not drinking, going to Vegas still takes a toll on you. I am...
Oh, yes, it does.
I am exhausted. I haven't checked my step count, but I'm sure it's up there. And also here, substitute producer extraordinaire. I guess he's live from Cancun. We're here chilling with his Niners.
Yeah. Welcome, LA Rams. Welcome, Denver Broncos.
Oh, my God.
Y'all can eat it.
Welcome, everybody, I guess, right? That's a pretty big boat.
Yeah.
All right, boys. There's a little bit to talk about. Obviously, there's the main headline. We're not going to pretend like we know what this means, but we did get an announcement that MLS has become partners with Polymarket. Cool, moving on. Right?
Sure.
We tried to use AI, and I mean, Edgar's a smart one here, and when Edgar was like, I don't know, I was just like, all right, cool.
That
We'll
makes
leave
sense.
Tune into Corner of the Galaxy tomorrow. I'm sure he'll be able to explain it better.
Yep, 100%.
Edgar, no, you know what that is?
Or we could have our good buddy Bob come on and give us like a 30-minute PowerPoint presentation about it and what it all means. And then we can all raise our hands and ask questions.
Beautifully done. Yeah, that'd be a great teaching lesson for us.
All I know is Polly Pocket. That's all I remember. If you guys understand that reference, you're at the right place.
And you better schedule that colonoscopy soon.
Sorry. Well,
What?
Yes, time out for you. I believe he is going through some technical difficulties, but yes, we'll get back on it. Edgar, how are you doing tonight on this beautiful Monday evening?
I'm exhausted. Weekends with kids is something else, man. Our little one, he's 5, he's almost 6, and he's going through like this phase right now where he's just like pushing buttons and envelopes and trying to see like what he can get away with. And he's not malicious or anything, but you know, he's just trying to figure out, I guess, his place in the world. And sometimes it's a little frustrating, but I guess that's just part of growing up. But my goodness, who said kids were easy to raise, man? It's exhausting. But I think overall, I think in the end, it's all worth it.
Buddy, you thought you I came back on, all I heard was pushing buttons, and literally what just happened was Onyx jumped on the desk.
Damn it, Onyx.
I have it like on standing right now. It's a standing desk, so I don't think he can really see where he's jumping. He just like went for it, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" and he just like hit a bunch of buttons, and then he jumped down. But
Yeah.
how do we know we're live?
Onyx jumps on shit.
Onyx jumps on shit. Anyways, just to wrap up MLS news here. This is where we're at, right? This is how young MLS is. This is how much attention we don't get, and we're, I guess, starving for. MLS was the answer to a couple of questions on Jeopardy. We made it, boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it. MLS is on the map, baby.
You're the man now, dog.
What were those questions?
Yeah.
I don't watch Jeopardy. I mean, I'm not old enough. Edgar, what were the questions?
Oh, they were asking just general questions about the teams. I saw the clip like everybody else did, and it was really cool. It was just really cool. But to have not just have MLS on there, but I think the best part was that all three contestants knew about MLS and were very quick to ask, to like address the answers and try to figure out the questions. And they were all very well set. They knew about MLS. That they were all able to answer the questions correctly. Oh, I'm sorry, give the correct questions. Excuse me.
Yes.
But
What is David Beckham?
yeah, that was cool. Even LA Galaxy got one in there, so that was really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Take that, everyone else.
Yeah, take that.
Guys,
Yes,
there's something we need to talk about.
of course.
The jersey update. There isn't any. But what there is,
Oh my gosh.
I got love for the Galaxy, the people that work for the Galaxy. We've had friends that have worked with the marketing and social media team, but I know Brian feels the same. Edgar hasn't seen this yet. I, bro, you know what I'm talking about, Brian? You know
Yes,
what
I
I'm
do.
talking about? Okay, cool. So the Galaxy, I guess, has a new thing. I don't know if this is just trying to be young and cool. This is just gives me the
It
this
has a
gives me,
certain flavor
yeah, it
to
gives me
this.
the Mr. Burns walking in with the skateboard, like kind of vibes, you know.
No,
Brian, roll the
no.
clips, and then I can talk about it after.
Oh well, here we go.
So
Yo, that
this,
that locker room is haunted, bro.
so this is apparently our now like new signing teaser. There's just some things you don't need, you don't have to do. What in the leva hell is that, dude? I don't need it. I don't need it. It's this is not us. I I cringed when I saw it the first time. I cringed right now. Dude, I'd rather see people getting introduced with samba dancers 100 times more like Douglas Costa. That no gracias.
I mean, I appreciate the moxie to try to do something different, but it looks like somebody like in film school, like a freshman in film school, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make something creepy or something," and that's their first shot, like the haunted locker room, where dreams go to die. It's like the 2025 season is like trying to turn the jersey around or something, and I don't know. It looks funny to me, but
Funny cringe. There's no
it's just
positive
weird.
mood here. If you want to do it, I think if you want to do it as the Galaxy, you have probably the only recognizable equipment manager in the entire league.
Yep.
Why not use him? Why not look out here, you go Galaxy? Here's a free one. Why not have fucking somebody hand him an envelope like Vanny or something, and then he goes like, oh, and he looks for numbers and letters, and the last thing you see is him pressing on something. That's it. Better, right? Done. But we don't need it. We don't even need that.
Yeah, Don Raul's a legend. Why wouldn't you want to include him in something like that? It kind of reminds me of something that I just seen recently with the Chicago Bulls. One of the ladies that does the pressing for she stitches up the banners. So they did this whole thing about her on Instagram where the Chicago Bulls posted her, and I was looking through the comments, and I come to find out that she was sitting in the 300 sections. Like they couldn't even give her like legit tickets to go sit down when the banner is unveiled. So she was sitting up there in the 300s when the team could have got her like floor seats.
Nah, but they're trying to get her at
Family.
the banner
Times
so
are
she can see
tough,
it at
man.
the level.
So she could see it. But I mean, like, show her on TV. Let her work. Like, give her the limelight for a little bit.
Nah,
What's
hell,
wrong with
times
that?
are tough, man. Times are tough, man.
That's crazy.
You know what floor seats cost, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a better job than sewing clothes.
No, well, she's just the one that makes the banners. I mean, that's pretty cool, I think.
Whatever. So Guti says he thought it was a new kid announcement. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a teaser. That's the only, even then, whatever it is. I mean, I'll toot my own horn here. Toot my own horn. Sorry, I'm tired.
Tooted and booted.
I think my last puzzle shirt announcement was better than that.
Well, it just so happens that I have it here. Nah.
Right? Everybody judge. Fuck.
Anyway,
so nah, right? Do better, yes, or don't do it at all.
I like the attempt of it. That's it.
I just don't think we need it. Right? Here's my thing with this too. Is who's it for, right? This team has been starving for a star, right? And then now you don't have Ricky Puig, and you're like, oh, who's coming? You're setting this guy up for, not failure, but you're putting a lot of extra pressure. After this, when the announcement happens, when it fully turns and we see that it's Klauss, admin, good luck, because you know what the comments are going to be. We're going to get into it later, how we feel about the signing. So, yeah, a teaser. What do they call it, Brian? Blue balls? That's what we're heading.
That's exactly what it was. Hey, we just signed Johnny Nelson again. Which is not a bad signing, to be honest.
The Rock is
Yeah,
back.
I actually don't mind that.
Let's shift to some positive. I'm being too negative Nancy here. But, yeah, so like Brian and Edgar mentioned here, John Nelson is returning. The Rock is back. He signed another multi-year deal with the LA Galaxy, which multi-year could mean what? As many as 2. So at the very least, we're getting John Nelson back for 2 years. Totally fine with that. Pretty consistent, pretty solid back there. He's not going to give you anything fancy or extra. He clocks in, clocks out, does his job, right?
Yep. Lunch pail, hat, go straight to work. And that's exactly what he's been doing. He was very important in the 2024 championship run that we had. It was stellar in this position. So I'm actually happy with that re-signing. What you got for us, Edgar?
No, I'm a big fan of Johnny Nelson. Like I said, he quietly made his impact. And then you started seeing people wearing Nelson kits around the stadium. And I know that he has like his own little fan group. I've seen him at the stadium, and they yell at him, Nelly, Nelly. So I'm like, all right. I guess we call him The Rock, we call him Nelly, or Johnny. But he's become a fixture with the team. He kind of reminds me of like his mindset, his work ethic, kind of like a Donovan, where he's not a big flashy guy, but he just goes in there and he just does his job. And at the end, you look at what he's done, and he's efficient, and that's what you want from a player in his position.
Yeah. At least he shows up every day. We've had enough to deal with injuries already, so it's nice to have somebody that is consistent. And Todd Dunham is a good one. So they called him Iron Man or something like that when he was here.
Yeah,
it's a guy didn't miss any games. He's like, oh, my firstborn is going to be born today. Fuck that, I got to go play.
A true professional.
Yeah, but it's a friendly. Who cares?
Who cares? I'm there. Sign me up.
Sign me up. But yeah, Nelson, we're all happy to have him back. He is definitely a bit of a fan favorite, one of our favorites here, right? He earned the name John the Rock Nelson with us. So good signing, good defense again, right? That's where it seems all the good signings are so far. Only signings almost until some other ones here become official. Which actually, I asked you before, Brian, who talked about Nascimento, but come to see that I totally missed it. But the Galaxy did announce Nascimento being official, so Nascimento is now officially back. We don't really have to talk about that much more because we've already beat Brian's dead horse.
Yeah. On top of that, we do have a clip from John Nelson when asked about him getting extended. If you guys want to hear it,
sure. Take it away, John.
Talk a little bit about finding a home here.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I think my whole career I've been wanting a contract like this, some stability, a long-term deal. Honestly, I never really thought I'd find a home in LA. You know, being from Ohio, obviously it's a lot different. But you know, ever since I got here, the start of 2024, it's been nothing but great. I love living here. I love the team, the coaching staff, the players. So, yeah, I would definitely describe it as finding a home for sure.
So he loves it here, and we love him here. So it's a win-win for everybody in this situation.
I mean, he's from Ohio. The bar is pretty low.
Yeah. I mean, they do have Cleveland there, so I mean,
Yeah, the land or whatever they call it.
Whatever LeBron says.
No, that's cool. I mean, I had a million jokes for that, right? He said never thought he'd find a home in LA. Most millennials don't ever think they'll find a home in LA, bro.
That is true.
So, anyways, moving on. Well, before we go to the main event, I should say there was a friendly. There was a friendly behind closed doors, but thanks to Portland, we got a little bit of footage. I don't think Brian got this one.
Nah, I actually didn't.
Nah, we don't have to see it because how many times have we seen this? Galaxy is
We seen it.
now.
Plenty of time. We've seen that.
So the Galaxy did win this friendly 1-0 goal from Parente, right? And the Galaxy's already in mid-season form, baby. Paintsill, still missing penalties out there.
Yeah.
You and wide. If you haven't seen it,
I've seen it. So my main thing with this was, how are the LA Galaxy as a collective so bad and been bad for a very long time?
yes, they have.
From the set pieces. Is it just a mental thing? Is it a curse? I'm not even sure, but watching Paintsill miss in preseason doesn't even worry me because it is preseason. So, you know, this is where you kind of iron out the kinks and kind of work on those things. So hopefully it's not a recurring thing during the regular season.
Well, Brian, that particular kink's been they've been ironing the shit out of it for the last 3 years. That kink ain't giving, but it's I think it's stubbornness too, right? Because we've seen Brugman make it, we've seen Delgado make it. You have someone like Royce on the roster, but when you have Peck and Paintsill and back to Chicharito, Ricky Puig, these guys that want to be the stars and score goals, they step up and they miss. We're like, why does it have to be them? You know, as Brian can back me up here, I am a great PK shooter.
That he is.
Yeah, and I actually took my, I guess, technique from Klauss Suarez. That guy's a freaking defender, you know, one of the better PK shooters I've seen. So I don't know why they insist on these guys just shooting PKs over and over, but hopefully Manny puts his foot down and we have like John Nelson shooting fucking PKs, Yoshida. I don't know. There's got to be someone on that roster that can bury them.
Man, hopefully Klauss can bury those, man, because I don't know. Like I said, maybe that locker room is haunted, man. I'm telling you, they're telling us something with that video because they've been missing all those penalties for so long. We need a Brujo to go in there and do a limpia.
Well, I mean, for the whole team of all last season, we need that. So you are correct on that.
Quiere que alguien le arrastre el huevo.
Que entren ahí con ajo y todo. Agua bendita.
But you know, it was a closed door scrimmage. We didn't get many details out of it. I was assuming it was just a mixed ass roster. Probably people that we won't see on the main roster got to play. Just basically getting those legs under them. And the PK, I will say though, the PK is a little concerning, right? Or unless they're trying to figure out who is actually going to shoot, because against preseason it's a no pressure situation and you go wide. I don't like it. I personally, as a fan, as a player, whatever, in whatever way I look at it, I'd rather have the keeper take that away from me than go off frame.
What's the thing that fascinates me about missing penalties? And like when I played, I mean, granted, I wasn't playing against anybody that's like, you know, worth noting, right? But I think I only missed one. Like I think I shot it right at the keeper, and I didn't mean to, but that's where it went. But one of my old coaches told me, he's like, a lot of people try to just kill the ball, right? When they get in front of the net, especially on penalties. Just like it's just pretty much just a pass into the net. Just we got to make sure you place it well. And a lot of people forget that they just want to kill the ball. And I think that when you miss that far wide, it's like you're just thinking about sitting a banger in there. No, just place the ball, put it on frame, see what happens. I think that's what happened with Paintsville.
Hey, Galaxy, I'm for hire. I'll be your PK coach.
What's up?
Onyx can be your goalkeeper right there.
Oh, got them? Sure, Onyx is here chilling. But yeah, anyways, damn, we milked like 3 minutes out of Miss PK. Huh? That was awesome.
I mean, it's been haunting us forever.
No, it has, and I think that's kind of crazy. I wonder, like, if it's ever really happened with any other franchise, because PKs are the attacker's advantage, right? That's why it's a penalty towards the other team. So to be that bad, and being Galaxy fans, it's become like a joke, right? Well, what was it, the Champions Cup, Brian, where me, you, and David shot the video, not looking at. I wanted to watch.
Oh yes. They ended up scoring it.
Yeah, it's literally become a joke, dude. So
yeah,
hopefully that I would hate to like get into the season and it's like one of those close seasons where we miss the playoffs because of missed PKs or something. I don't know. Whatever. Enough with PKs. Let's win it on the field. Anyway, so some main event time, and thanks to our good friend Matt Baker, who confirmed this for us. So it looks like Klauss is now officially our next DP. We went live on Instagram the other day, and just to kind of just summarize real quick before we get into it, none of us are very impressed. I think we're all here shocked, but not in a good way. And I mean, that's our guy, right? We're locked down for a whole year with 3 DPs now. So Lewandowski becomes available.
Can't go get him.
Too bad.
Yeah, I did have a couple clips from Justin Hack, Jakob, some Will Kuntz. If you guys want to listen to those, we could, or we could leave them for next time.
Well, we go to the Klauss, and then we go to that because I don't want to go back and forth, jumping around.
Okay.
And we'll jump into that next because there is a topic here that Willis brought up that we will go at. But go ahead, Edgar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the sense that we all had when we went live on Instagram, and you hear it thrown around, was like we weren't. I think underwhelmed. We were just, or you're just whelmed, right? You're like, it's that feeling where you're like, how am I supposed to feel? Am I supposed to feel good about this or bad? Because, and you'll see that in my conversation. I had a conversation with Matt Baker, who covers St. Louis. I asked him, is this a good thing for LA Galaxy? And in the conversation, you'll see he offers a little bit of insight that might steer your expectations in a certain way, and that's a good way, I guess, to seg into it.
Yeah, I actually listened to your guys' conversation, and yeah, I was actually very convinced it gave me a positive light of what it could be. The thing that's still lingering in my head is the contract that he got, the DP tag mainly. I'm not sure if that's something that most of us Galaxy fans, I mean, we're not in the front offense. We don't know how the things work.
Let's head after the video though, so that way we can let's put the video out so we can see it.
Well, it's only a teaser because we have the whole video available for you guys tomorrow morning.
Is this better than the jersey tease?
Well, I mean, if you guys want to see a teaser, we can see some of that teaser. Are you guys ready for it? Ready? Here we go.
Well, obviously, the big news between both our clubs right now is the impending signing of Klauss from LA Galaxy from St. Louis City to LA Galaxy. I've heard it referred to as many different things: transfer, trade. What exactly is the official word on it? Can you clarify?
Cash for trade. We call it a cash for here. So it's cash trade, not GAM specifically. It's just one of those new internal MLS things where you can just straight up buy a guy for cash.
$2 million, correct?
$2 million's what I heard.
$2 million.
And that is your teaser. And there's Onyx. He's wiggling all your hands.
He was going for it again. I had to like grab him. Sorry about that, guys. It wasn't really a guest appearance. It was just saving my camera and my microphone.
So yeah,
God damn.
but yeah, it's short because the rest of the conversation is about 18 minutes long. You guys will be able to enjoy that tomorrow as I post that up. And yeah, it's a lot of great information. $2 million though for the transfer. What you guys think?
God damn it, Onyx. It's again. We'll talk a little bit more like where we left off on Instagram. It's the important thing is the tag, right? The alarm bells go off when you hear DP. It's as easy as if he's the TAM player, then like, oh, this totally makes sense. Why wouldn't you take a Klauss on a TAM deal? But that DP is just it's what is it? It's just a cap tied league, like a very strictly cap tied league, and it handicaps us. Right, we're out of the market now. We don't have a 10. We bringing back Nascimento. We brought back Christian Ramirez. It just doesn't make sense for me. There's a whole like, oh, we're trying to win CONCACAF, right? And then we have to like react quick. And then to me, it's like, this is the best you did. Like, this is the best option you had. And I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I know they're not great. I know the numbers aren't great. I think they're not that far off from what Nasi and Christian Ramirez gave us. That's Onyx, sorry. So
Oh my God. There's his tail.
to me, it's just I don't understand it. I don't get where our mind was, or where Kuntz's mind is on this, because there's other more important pieces that we need right now, because you're kind of in the same situation with having Klauss that you have with already Wanasi and Ramirez. You know, there's still nobody really to feed that ball behind the wingers, behind the wingbacks to Peck and Painsil that like Pooch was able to do. So I'm very worried in how this is gonna go. Go ahead.
Well, I know we didn't get a chance to listen to the entire video tonight, but I'm going to hit on a few points that were mentioned, and which Matt will definitely go into detail once you see the video. But he mentioned that that Klauss doesn't necessarily stay up top. He's very versatile. He's the kind of guy who come down and mix in with the defense, and he will work with the wingers to try and get them into positions where they can score. One thing that he said, and also another good friend of ours who covers St. Louis, Jeremy Clements, he's on right now. He mentioned that Klauss never really had dynamic wingers like Peck or Paintsill with St. Louis, so he never really had the opportunity to play off guys with that kind of speed, that kind of dynamicism. So it'll be something interesting, something new for him to experience, and then. A big thing that you can't quantify on a stat sheet is his attitude. I asked Matt, what kind of a player is he? What kind of person is he? And he said, he's pretty much a very genial person, very easygoing, very fun-loving guy. The way he described him reminded me of Jelly Van Damme, kind of. He's very easy to get along with, and he was born in Brazil. And to a German father and Italian mother, which is very interesting, right? And he spent part of his early career playing in Bundesliga, and he bounced around some other leagues in Europe. So he speaks German and he speaks Portuguese. So right away you're thinking like, he can make that connection with Marco Reus and also with Nasi and Gabriel Peck, and the fact that he's an older player in that position, he could also serve as kind of like a mentor type for Nascimento, and that's something that I think would help Nascimento in the long haul. But yes, the DP question, I asked Matt about it, and Matt, who's a person who's never want to get to stay quiet. When you ask him a question, he kind of paused and he's like, sorry. He's like, I had to he kind of had to gather his thoughts. He's like, I'm not, because I asked him, please be honest with us. And he's like, I don't know if he's really worthy of the DP slot. If he is, he's more on the low end of it. But listen to the whole video, make up your mind. It's not all doom and gloom. And I think that it just feels like that because we're hoping to have, Ricky there, or we were really hoping for LA Galaxy to find a Cam. But in such a short period of time, with the knowledge that Ricky won't be here in this season, which obviously hurts LA Galaxy's chances at winning MLS Cup, you got to look at what's in front of you right now at this very moment. It's a good shot at the Champions Cup, and got to go in there and see what you can do as much as you can, and then we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. And just a reminder, it is a World Cup year. So who knows what kind of interesting transfers, will be cooked up during and towards the end of that tournament. And this Galaxy team, like we always say, MLS is a long marathon. So look at the roster now, the roster that's going to be there at the start of the season. It's not going to be the same group of guys that's going to be there at the end.
That's great, Edgar. That makes me feel a lot better, especially the part where you said it's a World Cup year, so all the crazy transfers that we can't participate in.
Yeah,
So, yeah, but here's my argument though. You said, he never had the service that, that Peck and Painstill can provide. Well, he's not going to get it anyways, because we can put up the same argument with Christian Ramirez and how he found success with Columbus, but because there wasn't anybody feeding the ball to Peck and Painstill in the positions that they did last year, I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference. I think, they're looking at it from the outside looking in, right? They're probably thinking of 2024 and the way, they were able to find the open space on the wings. It's not going to happen again. So it doesn't get me excited. It's going to take a lot for me to be convinced. And I ask you guys now, right? He's a DP, designated player. The numbers have not been designated player numbers for Klauss. Not even year one, to be honest. So I'm asking you guys now, that spot has a lot more pressure, and from Galaxy fans, from the team as well, I would say, because of who he takes, right? And he's not filling the spot that this said player is. That's
Onyx knows what's up.
That's literally Onyx, dude. I'm so
He
sorry.
knew exactly what to press at the right moment.
Jesus Christ.
He's not wrong.
I don't know what's up with him. See, you have, I don't know. I think Edgar's talking, but he's muted, or he's just moving his mouth.
Sorry, this reminds me of the time that LA Galaxy was like, we're going to make a big DP announcement. Everybody get ready, right? Everybody's like, I know who it's going to be. And then they're like, Omar Gonzalez. And everybody's like, I guess.
So, sorry, before Onyx cut me off, but this is the question I have for you guys. Given the spot he's taken, given that, he's taking Ricky's spot, he's now a Galaxy DP, which to me, being a Galaxy DP should come with pressure, right? Rightfully so. If you want a big club, you got to do big things. What is a successful season for Klauss? How do we, even if it's 1 year, right? What do we need from him to look back and be like, all right, that signing made sense. All right, I'm good with that.
From my end, the first thing would be double-digit goals off the bat. Minimum, maybe 15. That's, for me, it's a minimum. I know it's a lot to ask for somebody who probably won't have a number 10 to kind of distribute to him and to his wingers that could provide service to him. But a lot of the stuff that Matt Baker said in the conversation with Edgar kind of made me feel a little bit better. Still not the DP that we needed, but now is the DP that we have. How are we gonna move on from here? From that missing position with what Ricky does. I don't know, but for me, minimum 15 goals and the LA Galaxy winning. I think that's gonna make me feel all right.
15 goals, Galaxy winning what? Galaxy making the playoffs, Galaxy. What's
winning one game?
15 goals in one game?
15 goals in
15 goals in one game.
I would say having a successful CONCACAF Champions Cup, I think getting to a semis is a possibility. If you're a DP, right? I mean, like Eddie said, it weighs heavy on the person that carries that tag. So you're gonna have to carry some of these goals for the LA Galaxy. And during the season, you get into the top 5 position if you're,
And And one other thing that I forgot to mention that bothers me about this particular signing, and maybe I'm biased, right? Or I don't know if anybody else agrees with me. I'm a Nasi fan. I think Nasi has shown that he has something special that we haven't seen fully yet. Sucks that we don't get to see him with Ricky because I think or someone like Ricky because I think that would have been great to see. We would have definitely got confirmation of whether or not he was what we thought he is. The problem with the signing is now you have 3 forwards. Klauss is a DP. This is going to take away from Nasi's time. You only have him for 6 more months. You're not going to see, unless I guess what Brian's going to say, unless they play 2 strikers, they're not going to play 2 strikers.
I wasn't gonna say that, but now that you mention it, you might as well do it. I mean, this is a long tournament with MLS. There's a long tournament with CONCACAF Champions Cup, and then there's still Leagues Cup.
There's 6 months, dude. We don't have
Run that 4-2-4, baby.
You have to decide in 6 months.
Hey, run that 4-2-4, man. 4 forwards, right? 2 center forwards, right, and 2 wingers. Just 2 guys in the middle, and then 4 across the back. There you go, baby.
I wonder how the chat feels. I see like 3,500 people on there. Don't fact check that. But how do you guys feel? Is everybody happy about this signing? Do you guys think it's going to work? Do you agree? I mean, how are we feeling about Klauss as DP? And well, Edgar, I'm moving on to you now. How you measure success for this signing?
I'm going to be a little bit more tempered. I'd say about 13 goals. I'm also going to pay close attention to his assist numbers because one of the things that Matt mentioned is that he's a hold-up player, and he tries to make sure his teammates get into good position in order, to create some scoring chances. So these are some of the things that, like I said, you can't quantify on a stat sheet. He does a lot of those little things. And we haven't had the opportunity to really take a good look at him because obviously we don't cover St. Louis. We're not St. Louis City fans. But hearing from Matt, the way he was explaining it to me, he also mentioned that the fact that last season St. Louis had so many issues with their manager, Olaf, I forgot his last name, and their leadership overall, that they had a very dismal season. And he's mentioned that Klauss was not to blame at all for that. In fact, he was one of the bright spots on the team last year. And he says that the fans are going to miss him. Obviously, I asked him, would you guys have wanted to bring him back on a DP contract? And he's just like, I don't know. So, yeah, you're going to have to see that in the video once we post it. Okay, so the fact that he took a pause to think about it, I was like, I don't know.
So let me just run these numbers for you. Last 2 years, 33 matches, 10 goals, 3 assists. 2024, 27 matches, 5 goals, 3 assists, right? These are not DP numbers. Now, everyone agree DC United is a way worse team than St. Louis was?
Yes.
Yeah.
100% yes.
And Benteke is also 35. This is a DP striker. Last year, 25 games less, 9 goals, 2 assists, about the same numbers. 2024, 30 matches, 23 goals, and 5 assists. In a way worse team. So, Your Honor?
We're banking on Paintsel and Peck to perform with the absence of a number 10.
Well, I can give you guys a little bit more background on Klauss because I did actually do some research on him, and I did before I spoke to Matt. And if you guys allow me, I can share some of that with you right now, so you guys get
Go for
a bit more idea. Yeah, I like
story time.
All right, so João Klauss de Mello, that's his full name, was born in Criciúma, Santa Catarina, Brazil. He is of German descent, like I mentioned, through his father, and Italian through his mother. And in case you're wondering, he holds an Italian passport. Klauss began his career with Internacional in Porto Alegre at the age of 9. At 13, he was released by Internacional, where he moved to Juventude in Caxias do Sul, and a year later moved back to Porto Alegre, joining Gremio's youth academy. He made his professional debut with TSG Hoffenheim in 2017, but spent most of his time with Hoffenheim too, between being loaned to HJK of the Finnish Vikings and LASK of the Austrian Bundesliga. He also spent some time on loan with Standard Liège and Sint-Truidense of the Belgian Pro League before signing with St. Louis City 2, which participated in MLS Next Pro a season before City made their debut in Major League Soccer. He made an immediate impact with the club in their inaugural season, as we all remember. He scored 10 goals in 19 regular season matches, including a hat trick against the LA Galaxy. And he did this despite missing 19 matches across all competitions with a hamstring injury. But Klauss was not able to recover that same form in 2024. He only scored 5 goals in 27 matches. But last season, Klauss got back to 10 goals, but it took him 33 matches to reach that milestone. Like we mentioned, St. Louis had a brutal season, and a lot of it wasn't his fault. It's just bad leadership. So this is the player that we're getting, folks. Just so you guys get a little bit more background on him. The conversation I had with Matt will shed a lot more light on what to expect from him. But yeah, just as your primer, get ready. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna all start screaming Santa Claus, when he scores a goal, and we're all gonna put on Santa Claus hats and start, dancing and singing jingle bells or something.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
And you can see what Jeremy said in the comments. He says, nope, St. Louis would not have wanted him back on DP money. Tam, yes, but he's not a DP. That's Jeremy's point, Jeremy's opinion. But you got to listen to what Matt has to say as well. And we'll have that up tomorrow.
He scores when you are sleeping. He scores when you're awake.
It's the only way you can score when you're sleeping.
He scores if
Oh,
you've been
no.
bad or good. So your
said you
defense
only
sucks
score-
anyway.
You can only score when you're bad but not good. What'd you say? Fuck, Brian, you're a jerk. Ah, man. But I
Santa
guess
Claus is coming to town.
There you
let's just
go.
hope this Galaxy front office and Vanny have something up their sleeve and see something we don't see. But for now,
He doesn't have sleeves, man.
These are players.
See, look, Jeremy's giving us the lyrics right there. Look.
See, there it is.
Damn, sucks that I never get to use them, huh? Anyways, let's just hope that they got something planned that we don't see, right? Maybe it's a 3-team trade, and we just don't know. They're gonna let them land, and then
By the way, Eddie, we remember before we came on, we were discussing CVI, right? And we're like, yeah, who's Galaxy playing, right? And I'm like, oh, they play Chicago. Oh my God, they're playing St. Louis in the second game. So right off the bat, it's Klauss versus his old teammates, and then one of them, for no reason at all, has to take him out with a season-ending
No,
tackle.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put that out there in the universe.
Take that, Santa Claus.
so I guess we could segue to CBI. Thanks, Edgar. So as Edgar mentioned, Galaxy have 2 games in CBI. Shit. So anyway, so 2 games in CBI. One on Saturday, February 8th. By the way, CBI is Coachella Valley Invitational. Their CBI I guess is a thing. It's fetch. So
Don't try to make
I'm
that
trying to
happen.
make fetch a thing, dude.
CBI. Okay. So yeah, that's the Coachella Valley Invitational. I plan to be there. I'm forcing these guys to go, and it's gonna be kind of my birthday celebration in a way. And I don't drink, but if you guys want to buy a drink, you could donate it to these guys in honor of my birthday, and I'll make them there for my entertainment. And yeah, so Sunday, February 8th, against Chicago Fire. And also shout out to Corner of the Galaxy. They're going to be there doing a live show after that game. And then after that, Wednesday, February 11th versus St. Louis, as Edgar mentioned a second ago. So Klauss is going to get a look at his old team right away. What if it was like one of those funky ass trades, like they do in other sports? I remember like years past, it's probably been like, early 2000s or whatever since they've done a trade like that, or like in soccer. I think it's more in soccer, right, where like Champions League game or something that player on loan or can't play against their old team.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
That'd be
no.
some shit, huh? Sorry, it's even if it's a friendly, Klaus can't play. Oh,
I thought you were gonna say something funny, like he gets traded in the middle of a game, because that happened in baseball before, where like a
that just
guy started to play for a team, and in the middle of the game he got traded to the other team, so he went to go change uniforms.
well, not exactly that, but that just happened in the NBA. Trey Young got traded in the middle of the game.
Damn.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
Oh yeah,
No.
I
Yeah,
did see that.
Did he change uniforms in the middle
no,
of the game?
he wasn't dressed, but he was on the bench, and then the trade became official, so he left the bench. And I think like the crowd, like was, the day we live in today with social media and all that, the crowd knew, and they like cheered him out the stadium because like I'm out. Yeah, so
Damn.
that must be some shit, huh? Anyways, so after that, it starts getting a little official, and before we go there, there was some media, finally some media accessibility. Is that what it was?
Availability.
There you go. Thanks, Brian.
Got
Did
you.
I tell you that I'm still tired from Vegas? All right, thanks, dude. uh, and I mean, we didn't get invited, but it's all good. Who cares? We're not even media. Media,
Where's some guys in the mic?
yeah,
Why?
yeah, yeah. Start your own podcast with the Amazon Podcast Beginner Kit, and you can be your very own nag boy. Anyway, Brian clipped some clips from the media availability, and he's gonna play some of those right now. Brian, you want to lead the way for us?
Yeah, we got Justin Hack getting asked how he felt when he got acquired by the LA Galaxy.
Well, first off, coming to LA, was this something you were looking for? Or did it something that just kind of fell in your lap? And how's it been out there?
Yeah, I mean, a part of me was looking for a new challenge, and Galaxy were super quick to show me how much they valued me and how excited they were for me to join. So once I heard that, it was really an easy sell for them to get me out here.
Positionally,
Uh-huh.
you can play a couple of different spots.
Yeah.
Are you being looked at in both as in midfield and the center back, or is one leaning more than the other?
I think it's going to be a similar role to how I played in New York last year. I think I am comfortable in both positions. I don't prefer to play either one, and really for me, it's just where I could help the team the most.
That is Justin Hack. There's another trend here going. Another defensive type player. We already signed John Nelson, a left back defender. We got Justin Hack, a center defensive mid and a center back. And of course, I think probably the best signing of the season with Jakob, another center back. So he's happy to be here. Are you guys happy that he's here? You're muted, my guy.
I'm gonna be the head of
Obviously,
the.
yeah.
I'm gonna be the head of the Justin Hack fan club. See, I already started doing my hair like we're in, baby. Now I'm excited. I don't know if he's gonna be like a game changer or anything, but you guys, who he kind of reminds me of, and I like these type of players. I mean, I really hope he's a step up in quality, but like a Bajo Husidic, he didn't really. He wasn't like this huge game changer, but kind of like a John Nelson that checks in, checks out, does his job. But he was like he was a Swiss Army knife. You put him in wherever, and he was serviceable. And you need those kind of guys, right? We lost Fagundes, who is an expensive type of player, but on the offensive end. So to have someone like that on the defensive end, I'm excited for this signing.
Yeah. Edgar?
Yeah, no, obviously, this is something where LA Galaxy has been starved for so long, right? When was the last time we had solid defenders at the back? Like we said, it was like during that dynasty in the early 2010s, right? But since then, LA Galaxy has focused so much on just getting a flashy player that they forgot about the defense, and it didn't matter if you had Zlatan or the Dos Santos brothers or Chicha. They could score goals or try to score goals if the defense is bleeding all that. And the one thing Eddie and I kept saying throughout last season was like, my God, they're so soft down the middle, right? But now you address that, and with these solid players, and you just hope they stay healthy the rest of the year, because on top of everything that had gone wrong for LA Galaxy last year, there was like injuries here, injuries there, and you're like, damn it. Just when you think the team is coming together, somebody gets hurt, is out. But this is definitely a huge step in the right direction. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. And we also got Jakob addressing a question from Josh from Corner of the Galaxy on what
Never heard of
what Greg Vanny wants to do with him.
Go ahead, Josh Guessman. We'll start with you.
Hi, Jakob. Josh Guessman, Corner of the Galaxy. Thanks for talking to me. Appreciate it. One, welcome to LA. Two is, when you talk to Greg Vanny, what does he want to see from the defenders, and maybe not just the defenders, but what versatility do you think you guys have with the defenders that you have available?
Thank you, first of all. For me, it's a different way of playing from Philly, for sure. Greg wants us to have the ball and to keep the ball much more than how we did it in Philly. He also like the center backs to when we are playing on one side to cross the ball to the other side to make like a 1v1 situations, and I think that's gonna fit me personally really well. I really like to play the long ball from the center back out to the left back or to the winger. So I think that's gonna be a good thing for me.
And then has he talked to you at all about a three-man back line and maybe having the ability to switch into more defensive positions so far?
Yeah, we have talked about like how to build like with a 3 and also with a 2, and yeah, we have different scenarios how we can play. So yeah, we have talked through that as well.
That's we've always complained about why Vanny never changes his tactic. So apparently there's some talks about maybe having different looks out there. 3 in the back could work. One of the things that kind of stood out to me is the fact that Jakob likes to play to the wings, which could be a change of pace and style, playing a little bit more direct. Maybe Jakob hits Peck on the long ball where he could just directly attack the offense. And now that you have Klauss, you could kind of create some chaos in there and attack that way. So, I'm really happy with this signing, if I'm being honest. I know we've had, particularly me, I've had complaints about when Yoshida was back there, when he had, as soon as Garces came in, he kind of helped him out because he was a little bit more speedy. But now, you reinforce the middle, something that Edgar said. We were soft in the middle last season, and now, we have a couple brick walls back there. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I like it, but this is Tom Boger's fault. I'm just like optimistically excited because he pointed out the fact that Philly transfers never work out.
Oh.
So I'm just hoping like we break that cycle because he's a stud. He's a former defender of the year. So here's Onyx again. So I apologize if anything goes crazy. So again, I like it, but I'm a little optimistic. So little cautiously optimistic.
All right. We do have a super chat, by the way.
It's going to my knee, remember.
It is going to your knee. So Es la hora.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ready to get a new knee.
Boom, 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 boom.
Thank you, Mike Jones. It is. Oh, well, it's almost time. It's almost time. Mike Jones. Mike Jones. Do you remember the song?
Yeah, of course we do. Who doesn't?
But his number?
I don't. We did this last time, bro.
Damn, we got to remember the song. All right, we got to remember the number at least for next time.
Sorry about the camera. My buddy right here. Might as well. What's up, dude?
What's up, Onyx?
He decided that he wanted to get the Zoomies early today.
I do have 2 Kuntz clips. I'm just gonna play them for you guys, and then we can discuss them. Here we go.
3, 3, oh.
Thanks, Jamie. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Will.
Scott?
How are you?
I'm all right.
Well, first off, just your thoughts on not having Ricky again, and what are some of the solutions? Is that something where you're looking to short-term somebody in, or do you just work with what you have?
No, I mean, we had one really great day, I think, of 2026. I was in Hawaii with my family and woke up on the 2nd with the news about Ricky, and so obviously it's devastating. It's really difficult for the team. Obviously, difficult for Ricky with everything he put into his rehab. We just feel for him. The reality is in MLS, it's a DP league, and you only have 3 slots. And if we have the opportunity to replace, Ricky for this year with the season-ending injury, we have to explore it, and we're doing that. But we also need to be mindful of long-term flexibility. We don't want to paint ourselves into a corner where we're going to have 4 DPs next year when Ricky comes back to full health. So it's a really difficult needle to thread, but we're trying to explore all options and work within the rules of MLS. But it's definitely a lever that we want to take advantage of.
Joe Klauss, what's going on with that?
I wouldn't comment on sort of player conversations.
Last year, guys worked at the U22s and the DPs. Will you deviate from that? Still go with 3 DPs, you think, or add another U22, or how's that process?
It's a difficult model. If you go with a U22, you're probably committing to a longer term deal. These players don't come on short term deals, and then you've got that same issue of what do you do next year, right? So we have to balance the short term with the long term impact of the flexibility we're going to need in 2027.
Update on
Yeah, Nasi's here. He's with the group. He's training. We're finalizing language in his loan extension. So confident that we'll have some good news on that in the coming days.
No issues working with Botafogo or some kind of transfer ban?
I think that's a question for MLS, right? Nasi's been here. Nasi's been with us, and again, that's one area where I'm happy to say let the league handle it. But the league has done a lot of business with Botafogo, and so I think that there's sometimes complications that arise from that and single entity.
Will, has there been any developments with negotiations with Diego Fagundes?
I haven't spoken to Diego. His father called me the other day, but we're just trying to prioritize our main roster build at the moment. So I haven't spoken to Diego recently.
Oh, Brian's muted now. Yeah, it's great insight, Brian. Nice.
The Klauss thing's already announced. He's our DP player. As far as the U22 thing, Nasi takes up that last slot, correct?
Kuntz is still there, buddy.
What?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he was still talking.
Oh. Well, he stopped talking now. Klauss is a DP already. 1. Number 2, Nascimento takes up the last U22 slot.
I believe so. But he starts the way he starts off. But by the way he starts off the the interview or whatever, he says, if we could use that DP slot to replace Ricky Puig, we're gonna look at all options, and you didn't. You didn't. You landed on Klauss, and that was already done. You lied to our face. Second time, by the way, he lies to our face. He also told us at the fan council that when they were gonna vote for the schedule change in MLS, all the clubs were like, "Fuck no," and look at us now.
Now we have the schedule we have.
That's 2, bro. That's 2.
Edgar, what do you think?
I think it's wonderful.
Lovely. We do have another.
I do like watermelon and turtles.
I do have a second clip from him. Kind of addresses what Eddie just complained about, which is looking elsewhere.
How much work is to be done? How many players do you see bringing in, and within that group, how many are you on the path to, maybe even close to?
I wouldn't speak as to what we're working on, but I think certainly 2 attacking pieces would benefit the roster and give us the depth we need to compete in Champions League and in the season, the first half of the year. I think it's important to think of the season as kind of that first chunk of getting off in the right start in the league, but then also making a run to win the Champions League. And to do that, we have to travel to Panama. If we advance, we travel to Jamaica. You got to have a deep team. So we think at least 2 pieces to help.
Are you on a path with either of those pieces?
I
and
would not say.
Further,
yeah, I would not say.
Oh, I mean, we're not asking players' names. Just
We're looking to add 2 pieces. That's what I would say.
With Ricky out the whole season, from a business point of view, what can the fans expect for this season as his replacement?
We want Ricky's irreplaceable, right? I think that's the key thing. It's like we don't think that we can replace Ricky with any amount of money, and if we try to replace Ricky, we are going to lead ourselves into a really bad situation because Ricky is one of one. What we need to do is identify the best player we can for the group, and that's a player both in terms of his quality and his character. And then it's a decision of for Greg and his staff and our group to say, all right, with all these options, what do we think gives us the best chance to compete, knowing that not having Ricky means you're going to play in a different way anyway, right? And that's where the opportunity of having a new group, I think, is really exciting because everybody's coming kind of with a blank slate.
Well, 25 years ago today, the Galaxy won their first Champions Cup. How much of a priority is that tournament to go ahead and kind of propel the Galaxy back into the region's elite?
I think the answer to that is a little bit of a Rorschach test. Everybody might have their own personal opinion. For me, it's the most prestigious tournament we could win. It's the most difficult to qualify for. I mean, not everybody is in Champions League every year, Champions Cup every year. You play against the best teams in the continent, right? It requires the most travel. It requires the most discipline and the most commitment, I think. So I think that's really exciting and really important. The league is obviously very important. There are a lot of people who will say, hey, if the Galaxy don't win MLS Cup, it's a failure of a season. So I don't want to speak out of turn for anybody. But for me, it's incredibly important. And if we could ever qualify one day for Libertadores, I'd say that's the most important, right? But I think anytime you have a international or intercontinental competition, you're really you're raising the bar and what it means to win.
We're going to move to Zoom for a couple of questions. Josh Guessman, go ahead.
Hey, Will, thanks for talking to us. Appreciate
Josh.
it. Just quickly on Ricky and going back to the beginning, do you have clarity on what caused the second surgery there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what it was, but he was on the field in Barcelona, doing his return to play rehab program, right? And that was done. It's a program designed by our sports science team. I know that Ricky was, doing his exercises. He felt a tweak, but it's not like he limped off the field. My understanding is he felt something in his knee. The next day was a little swollen. He went in to see Dr. Kugat, and they imaged him and said, "Oh man, this is ruptured." So, it was just standard on grass, return to play program.
Excellent. And then I know you talked a little bit about the defense and stuff, but sort of a defensive revolution or whatever you're trying to put in here. A lot of defenders, I think you talked about the flexibility for Greg, but what sort of spurred the idea that defense was a place that you guys had to invest in?
Goals allowed.
Simple as that. Yeah, makes sense. All right.
Well, Eddie, he addressed your question. He's looking for 2 offensive players to help his team. He thinks Champions Cup is an important tournament. And the reason why he signed defenders is because we leaked a lot of goals last season. And that is 100% factual.
Yeah, the defenders is a given, right? And you, I don't know. I feel like he's putting his foot in his mouth because it's just obviously looking for those attacking pieces. I think the more vital piece was that hole in the middle. And I would have used it there. I would have went for like a star player there, which we didn't even get a star player on top, in my opinion. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We're looking at options. We're trying to win. We're trying to do this, yada 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 yada. And we're looking. We're not leaving any corner. We're not. I don't know. It's just. It doesn't feel like there was an effort. Like we landed on Klauss, which is random. And I get that, like, not putting yourself in a corner and having to make a decision with 4 DPs next year, but then why waste the money? And I hope I'm wrong. Again, I can't buy into it. Like I said, 100% I hope I'm wrong. I don't know. I just don't. I'm still not convinced.
Edgar, what you got for us?
Well, he pretty much echoed some of the stuff that we've been discussing ourselves about the need to address the issues on defense and also looking to to find somebody who could score goals on a consistent basis. And but the one thing that I guess we all agree upon is like you can't replace Ricky Puig, somebody who produces and carries the ball and creates so much in the middle, which makes me wonder what kind of style of play we're to expect from this LA Galaxy. It might be a team that might rely heavily on defense and look to score goals on counters, especially along the sides and flanks, and also try to score goals on set pieces, which is something that Bob Bradley did effectively with Chicago Fire in 1998. A lot of people were upset. I remember I didn't like it. I thought it was anti-football. It's just the way he played, just heavily relying on defense. But guess what? They won. They won the cup that year. They took down a mighty DC United team. And we saw Greece do the same thing when they won their Euros. So it does work. It's just getting everybody to agree and be on board with that kind of system. Now, this is me speculating. What Vanny chooses to do with the team, we won't know until they play against New York City, right? Or we see them in CVI. But I'm just trying to figure out myself, with what I've seen, what they're going to put out there and what maybe we could expect. Can you expand, guys, or maybe shoot down what I had to say?
I'm kind of on the same boat as you. This team does seem like it's more of a counter-attacking team, especially with all the defensive signings that we had so early on, and now we have a DP that's not a creative mid. So I'm with you. The counter-attacking seemed like it probably could work. We do have two of the faster wingers in MLS. It's gonna be one of those wait and sees because we're not sure what Klauss is really gonna give us. We're not sure what the rest of the group and their mentality is gonna go moving into this 2026 season. So let's just cross our fingers that they're not gonna be as bad as last season.
I just think with the defensive signings alone, we won't be. But that's a very low bar. So
There's a question in the chat that was interesting because it's something that at this point, I mean, there's like a 0.00000000001% chance that Klauss comes in as a town player, right? All signs point to him, being announced as a DP. But Stephanie Burgos asked, "Is there any chance when acquiring Klauss that he takes a town position?" I think, and this is something that Matt alluded to as well. By the end of the season, there's no way unless this guy goes off, right? He has like an amazing season. It scores like 20 goals or whatever. There's no way he's gonna have that DP tag at the end of the season, which makes you wonder: will he stick around when Ricky does come back? Or if he, God, knock on wood, when he comes back in 2027, and will he be part of that LA Galaxy team then? And how will he fit into that attacking scheme, whether or not he decides to stay? So
that'd be some amazing. Kuntz's build him a statue today if he finds a mechanism where somehow Klauss is not a DP at this point.
He won't be. That's what I'm trying to say.
You what?
There's no way. I don't think there's.
I know the transfer fee alone, right? But remember, this is still reported. Again, it'd be amazing, but one of those weird ass deals like we give you 1 million today, 1 million, next year or some shit. But I don't know. It's just
no. This is. I mean, according to Matt, this is one of those just straight up cash, trades. That's it. It's one of those new things.
Hold on. Brian.
Yes.
1 hour and 8 minutes and 42 seconds. So the Galaxy have signed Klauss to a 10-player deal. They offer $2 million in real money. They'll be receiving $1 million this year for the 2026 season, and an additional $1 million in real money in the 2027 season, which will make Klauss a 10 player for the LA Galaxy. Okay, cool. End right there, just in case it happens.
Damn.
We broke the news first because I
All right, cool.
like, wait, is that possible? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is.
You gotta let Chef Kuntz cook, bro.
If that happens, dude, Kuntz for GM of the year, man.
I know, and then I gotta go buy a lottery ticket.
I mean, he did mention that he can't really discuss what their plans are, so something's cooking.
Yeah.
Can you smell what Kuntz is cooking?
Yeah, that's
You know that Johnny Nelson's got to be happy because him and Klaus had a very good relationship when
I don't
they
know.
were both playing
Fuck,
for
if they're
St.
happy.
Louis.
I want to be happy.
What about me?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be hanging out with Klaus, bro. What the fuck?
Damn.
By the way, what you smell cooking foods, our hopes and dreams up in flames, Ryan.
It's burnt.
Right.
Burnt hopes.
So I think we're running late, and we don't want to step on our homies' toes for Lacuna, which are going to be on. They should be on already. So sorry, guys, we went a little long, but yeah, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. Make sure you switch on over. Not yet. Well, as soon as we're done here, but what everyone's been waiting for, guys. I don't need a reason why. I just need who and who. Women's, men's Royal Rumble winners.
Ooh.
Damn, the men's Royal Rumble. Shoot, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Cody.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
I mean, I don't want it to be that, but
I wanted one name, and now you're gonna make me do a whole fucking.
okay. It's
No,
getting Matt Cardona.
No. You open the can of worms. I do not want fucking Cody tying Stone Cold's record. I will fucking rip the TV off my wall. It's wrestling. I don't give a fuck. I will still get mad. Too late before you said Cody. You think it's gonna be Cody?
And the women's?
I gotta go my girl Chelsea Green, man.
That'd be tight. Yep.
Brian?
I do like Chelsea Green to win it, but I think Liv's gonna win it. And then from the men's, hopefully Jacob. Fatu.
Nah. There's already starting written there. This is gonna be the most exciting Rumble because we have no idea. But I'm gonna throw one out there because it's been very quiet. LA Knight's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Ooh, let's go. Yes, I'm in. I'm 100% in on that.
and the women's, I think is Liv too. I think Liv ends the Judgment Day. But anyways, as exciting as that was, I'm sure you guys are glad you waited till the end to hear that part. Looking for me on any socials, you can find me as Eduardo Camp _. Edgar, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram as Edgar Nags.
And on Instagram and Twitter.
Can you repeat that?
You can find me as Bryant Nags on Twitter and Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for tuning in. By the way, we did forget to mention Community Cup this Saturday. Make sure to find Outlaws on social media. You can see all the details there. There'll be a bunch of Galaxy fans playing a 11-on-11 tournament. It's going to be short. Get yourself in and out. And there's a LA Galaxy event after that, so you should be able to make it on time. I personally won't be able to be there because I have commitments this weekend. That includes the Royal Rumble.
But I'll be there with the NAG team. We'll try to defend our championship and win it again back to back.
Yeah, hopefully it's not. Yeah, hopefully it's not like the Galaxy Defense Championship Defense. Thank you guys again for tuning on this Monday night. Make sure to go to tune in to our homies, Lacuna Galaxia. They're waiting for you over there. For Edgar, Bryant, my name's Eddie. It's been a pleasure. We'll getting up out of here. Till next time.
Keep on nagging. You.